I want to talk to you about why some information is harder than others. So say for example, you're trying to learn something like the presidents. Now, you're just learning the presidents, forget the vice presidents. All you're really doing is learning random words in a specific order, right? That's all you're doing. But of course, if you add the vice presidents and the term dates and the political parties and all the different things they did in their term, it starts to get a little bit more complicated and starts to get a little bit more harder, right? But at the end of the day, it's not that hard to actually apply because the only way you're really going to get quizzed on the presidents is, who's the fifth president? Who was the vice president to Abraham Lincoln? Stuff like that. It's not really hard because you're just recalling it, right? But I've been helping someone with medical information and this stuff, boom, there's a lot to it. So she has to learn different drugs and like the class, clinical scenarios, doses, all of this information for a lot of different drugs. Now just look for one drug. That's a lot of information to remember. But it's not just about remembering because you have to actually apply this to different situations, and the way you can be testing all this stuff, there's so many different ways to do it. They could give you, which drugs have the doses of this range or whatever, and multiple drugs could fall into that range. And so maybe they give you one more thing, like it's a depression or pain syndromes. They start giving a little bit more, but just the amount of information you have to remember is ungodly. And so there's other information that she's been telling me, and it's just mad. You have to know these things kind of like that, because I guess in medical school it's really, really hard. And they do like these rotations where they go to different, I guess, parts or departments, something like that, and that you learn new things. And so, being able to know all this stuff like on a whim, especially if you become a doctor, it's really important, that if you could, see the different signs or whatever that the person is exhibiting, then you're like, oh wait, this would be the right prescription. Make sure you give this amount of dosage, and boom. It's something that you really need to know like on foot, and if you don't know it, it's going to make the difference between someone getting better and someone not. Something like the president, you can forget a president here and there. It's not the biggest deal in the world, right? The world doesn't end, no one's life is on the line. But something like this, it's very crucial that you need to know it. But what she was telling me was like the different categories, like right here, antidepressants. And so she has to remember that all these belong to or antidepressant. And so, and then I believe down here, right here, antipsychotics. But I guess there's like a even higher general category beyond these ones in the blue right here. And so it's just an insane amount of information that you have to remember. But how you need to use it, that's going to be the hard part, because this stuff is all application based, that you actually have to do something with it. And you could be testing on it in a million different ways, and who knows how you're testing on it. I guess I'll probably ask her how she's going to be testing on this, because there's so many different parts to it. Like, they just say, what drugs are for depression, and then boom, you have to like be able to list them all. And so it's just an incredible thing that people that go to the medical field, what they have to learn. I have a lot of respect for them. Not just because they learn information, but because they want to help people become better. That's really cool. But the point of this video wasn't to say some information is harder than others, because that's probably a given, right? But the point of this video is that memory techniques can help you learn the information regardless if it's difficult or a little bit easier. So something like this, you still can use memory techniques to learn this information and still be quick at it. Because the other option you have, and I'm telling you the truth, the other option you have is to repeat all this information. Just to repeat it. Something like the presidents, repeating that, it's not too bad. For the most part, you have 2 words for each president, so you're going to need 88 different words you have to remember. Not too difficult. Here, you have a lot of things to remember. Numbers, dosages, this stuff, I don't know what that means, but, there's so much more to it that it's a lot complicated, but memory techniques can still help you learn it. And that's the point I'm trying to make in this video, that it doesn't matter what information you're learning, the difficulty of it, memory techniques are the way to go to learn it. And I'm actually going to be talking with the lady over Skype about how to learn this stuff in the most efficient and effective way possible. Because, like I was saying, when it comes to medical fields, to the medical field, you need to be on your game when you're giving out doses, or when you're giving out drugs, and especially the dosages, because that's going to, if you give too much, you could kill someone. But something like this, you have to be on point when you're trying to remember all this information, and when you actually need to start prescribing it or talking about it to the patient or whoever you're talking about to. And so yeah, so I just want you to be aware about the information you're learning, and just take time to fully understand what has to be done with it, what is expected of you if you actually, if you're doing it for school or for work or anything like that, what's expected for you when you need this information and how you're going to use it. And even if information looks daunting and looks impossible to learn, just know memory techniques can help you learn it. Subscribe to my channel for more videos on memory techniques, how to do better in school, memory challenges, updates, and much more. Also remember to click the notification bell so you know when I upload a video. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are down below in the description. You also can check out these videos. If you want to learn all the memory techniques and learn how to apply them to all sorts of information, or if you want to start competing in memory competitions, you can check out my programs down below in the description. Look forward to my next video and get ready to get the best memory of your life.